So, season opener, I want to say I do have a website. People don't know that. People know there's a Facebook group. People don't know there's a YouTube page. People on the YouTube page sometimes don't know that I sell things. And someone the other day was like, you should advertise that better because I would have bought it. So right now it is $190 for the import best cam. Heck yes. All my 6-in-1s are almost sold out. I'm waiting on solenoids again, another 30 pack of solenoids. And I'm going to have like 4 more 6-in-1s. I have 30 4-in-1s ready to go now also. I just have to do the solenoids and stuff. So those are going to be going on the store. There's a link to the store in the description below. Holley plug-and-play wiring harnesses. The videos, not that long ago I did videos of 6-in-1. So you guys can check that out. There's videos on that. On the webpage, there's videos of what it does, how to use it, answers all of those questions, or at least vast majority of them. So, wanted to say the cam is up on the website, but down in price. Check it out. Let me know if you guys want to purchase any. And we'll move on to the LY6. What we have here is a bona fide, certified, slapified LY6. And this is, I kicked around whether or not I should just get this prepped for when I take the front end of the Mustang apart, anticipating me not finding timing issues, blah, blah, blah. All sorts of things. The biggest fact of the matter is that the Fairmont most certainly has a block issue. I don't care to find it. I care to not have it. So I'm just going to take that engine out and put this one in and move everything over after we go over this. And I'll probably change my cam again because why the hell not? The engine's out. So I believe I am going to do a red hot cam. I was talking to my boy Brian Tooley and I said, I'm about to throw this thing in my Fairmont. He said, let me know if you need a cam. And I said, let me know if you're feeling generous because I feel bad about asking for things, Brian. So I think we're going to make a list and maybe do some things to this, but part of me wants it to be as simple as possible because I feel like that's when the best magic happens, is leaving it alone. So this is an LY6, which is, I'm kind of scared to use it because I talk it up a lot. It's an amazing engine. I call it the factory 1500 horsepower race engine. It's got all the goods. It's just a beast. It's a great engine. It's really good. It's square port, so also putting this in my Mustang would be difficult. This way, I have the stock intake for this is very similar to an NNBS, which is what I have, but this is square port. So I figure why the hell not move everything over, because otherwise if I want to use it in the Mustang I have to get rid of the double intake or try to get a square port one, or it ends up being a can of worms, right? So we're going to take this guy down. My friend Anthony, who got this engine, tore it apart slightly. They pulled it out and swapped it somehow, somebody, some way, I don't care. Had lifter noise, pulled it out, swapped the motor, put this motor on a stand. Anthony bought it somehow. So he already pulled the valve covers at some point and was wiggling the rockers, and one of the rockers is very loose, indicating that probably a lifter or something attached to the lifter has gone sour. Camshaft, roller, yibbity, blobbity. So we're going to take that apart and fix that stuff. Unfortunately, I really would just love to leave the head gaskets on something, but apparently we're going to take the head gaskets off of this thing and do that stuff because it's going to need a lifter. And we're going to put a cam in it because why not? Again, swap my... I don't know what else I want to do. Do I do as little as possible since all those things that I did really did not amount to anything? Probably. Let's get your input on this stuff. And I need to drill out this guy for the alternator bracket that I have, if any of you guys know of a kit that's good for this, or does the kit have like a bad tap, or should I buy my own just a good tap and go through my drill bits, or you know, what's your professional opinion on that before I just buy something that I feel like buying? I appreciate it, because that happened, you know, that can happen pretty late in the game there, kids. Other than that, standard iron boy, and we're just gonna pound this thing. I'm going to hook up the blower and everything again as is. It would be cool to, I'll just take the blower belt and intake pipe off, dyno it, and then put the blower stuff right back on same time, and then we'll get a cool what it makes on motor to low boost delta. And then I think at that point I'd also like to get a smaller belt that fits my 2.9 pulley that I got from Grip Tech to test all of that also. And then we'll have like a really good range on what is a 3/4 race L33 and what does a LY6 do, and what do they do with a blower. But yes, again, there's a lot going on, trying to figure that out. A bunch of my cars needed maintenance. That takes up time. Of course, they're like, it's very simple pain in the ass things that take forever and are frustrating. That's how your dailies always go. Luckily, I have dailies. Again, ranting, rambling. So, yeah, just going to tear this guy down. We're going to do a little video of like what we find in it, see what's cool. Inside the valve covers is pretty clean. This, in my opinion, is the perfect amount of filth. It's dirty down here, and it's got like this gray environmental grilled cheese happening going on here. The dry, dusty dirt crust. Not wet, not Alfredo, not risotto, not lasagna, but some garlic, some light garlic bread going on. Maybe a little bit too much something going on here, and way too much down here. So this is where all the sauce pools up down here. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Alright, I always like to see how tight these crank bolts are. What are we on? Number 3, fresh battery. Wow. What's nice is all the hardware out of this engine is like fresh to reuse. Look at it. It's nice. It looks great, surprisingly. So now I have to use my puller and everything else, but I always like to get that. Don't know why. It's exciting, isn't it? It's like a competition, point of contention kind of thing. So, very easily yank the balancer with my tool that I've had for 75 years, even though I'm gonna be 39 at the end of the month. Heads up. I like engines and cars. Check this out. This is why people don't install these. It's because they break. That. That's nice. All busted pieces. So we'll take this stuff out. I want to show you that. It's pretty cool. These are always busted. They're stupid as hell, these tensioners. So there's the 4X cam gear, the VVT jobber, and all that stuff yanked out. It looks very good in here. It's your classic, just darkened up boy, ready to run. I have to flip it over to do the oil pan bolts. And that one moves back and forth. One of them is like real. I think that one's just a little coasty. Maybe it is that one. Maybe the timing chain tensioner made all the noise. Yeah, none of it. It's just that one. What do you want to bet their timing chain tensioner broke and was slapping around so bad they swapped it? Oh no, look. Broken valve spring is actually what it is. So a bunch of goodies. So we got a busted valve spring, hopefully not a bent valve, but again, that's not like a huge thing as long as everything else is okay. Ta-da! That's our game right there. It's looking pretty good. Everything looks straight. I'm gonna pull the heads off next, and then we're gonna yank the cam and look for that suspicious lobe. Essentially, it looks like just the broken valve spring, and it bent this push rod. You can see it. A little bendy, a little high spot, a little bit of bowing going. Yeah. Luckily, it was the #1 valve here, and the factory valve relief seems to have saved our asses. I don't know what I was filming over there, to be honest. But man, it looks good. It looks like there's no issue. The cam looked good, the lifter looked good, the rockers look good. Other than this guy, everything looks fantastic. It was a big, I was very sad to have to pull the head off because they were like glued. I love when they're old like this because they have like 10 years worth of hate holding the cylinder head on. So you pulled the head, I had to destroy the head gasket, completely delaminated. It was so well glued to the head and the block, all the centerpieces had to pull apart. Everything else looks great. No other issues, other than I threw out all the VVT stuff that was broken. So, and then we'll get rid of this guy too, so it doesn't go in anything. I just wanted to show you guys. So, other than that, it looks really good. Gotta buzz everything down, do valve springs, and get going. Yeah, I think that's it.